Have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted with all your heart? Well, imagine the shockwaves that reverberated through the WWE universe when Jey Uso turned his back on the indomitable Roman Reigns. Why would Jey betray his own flesh and blood? Was it a thirst for power? A deep-seated jealousy? Or could there be a hidden mastermind orchestrating this shocking twist? In this mind-blowing video, we're about to unravel the 5 mind-boggling reasons behind Jey Uso's unforgivable betrayal of the Bloodline on WWE SmackDown. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for Wrestling Matters, your go-to channel for all things wrestling. Get ready for an emotional roller coaster that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Let's get started. In a mesmerizing turn of events, WE fans and the entire wrestling world found themselves in a state of awe and disbelief as the saga unfolded on Friday Night SmackDown. The focal point of the program revolved around the much-anticipated return of Roman Reigns and the critical decision that lay before Jey Uso, whether to remain steadfast with the Bloodline or depart alongside his brother Jimmy. This captivating storyline had been years in the making. The cracks in the foundation had started to show earlier in the year when Sami Zayn chose to break away from the group in January, followed by Jimmy Uso's shocking exit at Night of Champions. With tension mounting and anticipation reaching its peak, the wrestling world held its collective breath as Jey Uso stood at the crossroads. The climactic moment arrived as Jey, now in the main event spotlight, unleashed a blistering tirade against his brother, verbally dressing him down. But it was what happened next that left everyone stunned. Jey Uso delivered a thunderous superkick straight to the face of Roman Reigns. The twins then proceeded to unleash their fury on Solo Sikoa, subjecting him to a series of punishing kicks before delivering a devastating double superkick to Roman in the center of the ring. The Bloodline angle is a work of cinematic brilliance, enthralling fans with its complexity and raising countless questions. Why did Jey Uso choose to take such a shocking and treacherous path? The decision isn't as clear-cut as some might assume. In fact, there are multiple contributing factors that likely influenced Jey's course of action. Here are 5 shocking reasons behind Jey Uso's betrayal of Roman Reigns on WWE SmackDown. Number 1. He doesn't like Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman stands tall as one of the most brilliant minds in the illustrious history of professional wrestling. His journey began humbly as a photographer, but he swiftly ascended to become one of the greatest managers the industry has ever witnessed. Notably, Heyman steered ECW to remarkable heights, solidifying its position as the 3rd largest wrestling promotion in the United States during its prime. Within the Bloodline, Heyman assumes the role of the wise man, wielding significant influence as the trusted confidant of Roman Reigns. However, despite his pivotal position, his relationship with Jey Uso has been far from harmonious. The two have engaged in heated exchanges, and their recent clashes have revolved around Jey's future within the faction. Heyman, often attempting to manipulate Jey, found himself at odds with the rising star. Regrettably for Heyman, his manipulation tactics eventually backfired. It appears that Jey came to a realization that the former WWE general manager could never be relied upon. This revelation served as a catalyst for Jey's heel turn, as he sought to distance himself from Heyman's deceitful ways. Furthermore, Jey demanded the removal of Heyman from his association with Roman, fully aware that Roman would not relinquish his alliance with the cunning strategist. The dynamic within the Bloodline was thrown into disarray as Jey Uso's rebellion unfolded, marking a significant shift in power dynamics and the fragile trust that held the faction together. The once cohesive unit now grapples with internal strife and conflicting loyalties, leaving Heyman to contemplate the consequences of his failed manipulation. Paul Heyman's legacy as a mastermind in the realm of professional wrestling remains undeniable, but his inability to navigate the turbulent waters of his relationship with Jey Uso serves as a reminder that even the shrewdest minds can falter. As the saga continues to unfold, the wrestling world eagerly awaits the next chapter, yearning to witness the outcome of this intricate power struggle. Number 2. Jey Uso couldn't betray his twin brother Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso faced an excruciatingly challenging decision that tore at the very fabric of his being. On one side stood his esteemed cousin, Roman Reigns, and his promising partnership with Solo Sikoa. On the other side loomed the undeniable gravitational pull of his twin brother, Jimmy Uso. Regardless of his choice, Jey knew he would experience profound loss, both within the WWE realm and in his personal life. Although parting ways with Roman would undoubtedly sting, and severing ties with Solo would mean forfeiting the budding connection they had forged, the magnitude of losing Jimmy simply could not be replicated. As the paramount tag team in WWE history, the Usos had remained inseparable since birth. Their bond ran deep, transcending any other relationship, be it with Solo or Roman. While the decision may have appeared arduous from an outsider's perspective, the truth was crystal clear. Jey's allegiance would forever lie with Jimmy Uso. The unbreakable fraternal connection between Jey and Jimmy stood as an unyielding force, etched in their DNA and fortified through countless trials. No other association could hold a candle to the profound kinship they shared. In the end, Jey's choice was inevitable, an unwavering commitment to his twin brother that surpassed any alternative. Witnessing Jey's resolute decision unfold left the WWE Universe grappling with the magnitude of familial bonds and the depths of loyalty. As the repercussions ripple through the wrestling landscape, one thing remains certain. The unparalleled bond between Jey and Jimmy Uso will forever resonate as a testament to the power of brotherhood. Number 3. He could try being the Tribal Chief of WWE without Roman's blessing. The introduction of the Tribal Chief title to WWE fans came relatively recently, in 2020, when Roman Reigns embraced his heel persona and ascended to power alongside the Bloodline. However, this seemingly straightforward title holds a deeper significance that extends beyond its surface meaning. The prestigious moniker of the Tribal Chief is intricately intertwined with the Anoa'i family's rich Samoan heritage and their extensive legacy in WWE and professional wrestling. Yet the exact parameters and rules governing the role of the Tribal Chief remain enigmatic. While Roman Reigns asserts his authority to bestow this honor and potentially pass it down, the question arises, is that power exclusively his to wield? In a fascinating twist, Jey Uso could assert himself as the Tribal Chief without requiring Roman's consent. Jimmy and Jey might readily endorse this notion, while Roman and Solo Sikoa could vehemently oppose it. In the absence of any other claimants to the title, who would dare challenge such a proclamation? Conceivably, figures like Rikishi and other influential family members could emerge to anoint Jey as the Tribal Chief, even if it defies Roman's wishes. The complex power dynamics within the Anoa'i family and their ties to Samoan heritage add layers of intrigue to this unfolding narrative. The battle for the Tribal Chief mantle becomes not only a clash of personal ambitions, but also a clash of familial bonds and cultural heritage. Number 4. Jey is sick of Roman's mental manipulation. The gripping saga between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso has been an ongoing narrative that has spanned several years. The seeds of the Bloodline were planted following the dissolution of the Shield, but it was in 2020 that their alliance truly solidified. Throughout this time, Roman Reigns, as the head of the table, exerted his dominance through manipulation and verbal abuse, leaving a trail of emotional turmoil in his wake. WWE fans bore witness to Roman's calculated tactics, as he skillfully gaslighted not only his own family, but also Paul Heyman and even Sami Zayn. However, no one bore the brunt of Roman's actions quite like Jey Uso. After enduring relentless mistreatment, Jey Uso reached a breaking point. The turning point came when his twin brother Jimmy confronted him, affirming that Jey should have unleashed a super kick on Roman long ago. These words struck a chord deep within Jey's being. The time for retribution had finally arrived, and it was a culmination of years of pent-up frustration and mistreatment. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, had crossed a line that could no longer be ignored. Jey Uso, now in the main event spotlight, had made up his mind. Roman deserved the consequences of his actions, and this momentous decision had been brewing for an extended period. Number 5. Sami Zayn has been acting as the angel on Jey's shoulder. Undoubtedly, the Bloodline stands tall as one of the most remarkable factions in the annals of wrestling history, and many argue that it surpasses all others to claim the title of WWE's greatest collective. Anchored by 6 influential members, including Roman Reigns, the Usos, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn, this powerhouse alliance has left an indelible impact on the industry. In January, the Canadian sensation, Sami Zayn, made a pivotal decision to break away from the group. His unwavering objective was to dismantle the manipulative faction that had subjected him to untold abuse. Despite the doubts and naysayers, Sami persisted, tirelessly attempting to reach one particular individual, Jey Uso. Through relentless efforts, Sami Zayn emerged as the guiding light for Jey, even when the world deemed his quest as futile. If Roman Reigns represented the devil on Jey Uso's shoulder, Sami embodied the angel, offering counsel and urging him to break free from the clutches of his abusive cousin. And finally, Jey heeded those influential words, embracing liberation from the oppressive reign of Roman Reigns once and for all. This monumental shift in allegiance signifies a turning point in the ever-evolving dynamics within the Bloodline. As Jey Uso breaks free from the toxic grip of his cousin, the wrestling universe eagerly awaits the repercussions of this seismic departure. What's your thought on this? Let us know in the comments section. And subscribe to Wrestling Matters, your go-to source for the latest updates, analysis, and enthralling narratives from the realm of professional wrestling. Till then, see you all in the next one.